everyone. Hope you're having an awesome week this week. It is super hot here in Austin. I think yesterday it was 105. Today it's well over 100 as well. It's going to be over 100 for the next several days. So we are definitely experiencing summertime here in Austin, Texas. Something that Texas is well known for is the heat. And so anyway, we are experiencing the heat here in Austin for sure during the summer. So I wanted to hop on today and share with y'all about my latest newsletter topic. As y'all know, I send out these newsletters twice a week. It's a bi-weekly newsletter, and I talk about conscious leadership, future of work, building a remote team, your own personal professional development. I'm all about that. So I wanted to come on and just share more about this newsletter that I just wrote, because I've been thinking a lot about this topic recently. Hey Lance, yeah, I know it's hot in Sacramento too. I remember those Sacramento summers. It's super hot in Sacramento as well, so try and stay cool out there. I know things are starting to kind of shut down again in California, but hopefully you can stay cool out there in Sacramento. So my newsletter this week, what I talked about in the newsletter this week is reputation, authenticity, and work. And the reason I wanted to bring this up is a lot of people are working from home for the first time, and they're doing video calls for the first time. And there's this whole new level that comes when you're working at home, like things shift. And so as many of y'all know, when you're in the workplace, you get dressed up, you do your hair, drive to work, and you have more, very, very professional appearance. You have a certain reputation that you have on display that you show when you're in the workplace. And now that we're all working from home, things have changed. So maybe, for example, in your home, you're jumping on a video call at 10 o'clock in the morning, and maybe it's in the kitchen and things are a little messy and there's kids running around and dogs barking, and this perfectly professional appearance that you've always had in the workplace, it's kind of fallen apart when you're jumping on these video calls and maybe not looking as professional as this carefully curated personality or professionalism that you've always put together and displayed in the workplace. And I know I've worked remotely for 10 years, which is something I advocate for and I love talking about because I have a lot of experience working remotely. And even I have changed up my routine recently, because for years I was doing mostly just audio calls. And even before the pandemic started, the organization I work with really shifted more towards video and Zoom even before the pandemic, when everyone kind of shifted over to more to video calls, because we are a remote team. And so I had to start thinking every morning about actually brushing my hair and putting a little makeup on. And I don't always look this polished as I look right now. Maybe I'm not wearing earrings or in a top or anything, maybe just a plain top. But I did change. I thought about, okay, how do I want to look on these video calls? And it got me thinking just about how we show up in the workplace. And yes, we do need a certain level of professionalism. That's always important, because the way we are with our family and friends and partners is different than how we are in a work setting. There's different expectations. You get different things out of the relationship. But I was thinking about how, moving forward, how important it will be that we are able to show ourselves more authentically. And I know a lot of people have told me, gosh, it's like I'm inviting coworkers into my home and they've never been in my home before. I mean, y'all see I have like my Brad Paisley picture behind me. Like maybe I'd have that in an office. I don't know. Probably. I've always had Brad Paisley stuff for a long time. But when you're in different settings, maybe if you don't have a home office, maybe if you're working from your kitchen right now, it's like you're inviting people into a very personal thing in your personal space. And so a lot of people are struggling with that. They're thinking about, what kind of an image am I presenting to people? And sometimes maybe they're not prepared. I've been on calls over the last few months, video calls, where people say, you know what, as soon as they turn their camera on, they're like, I'm sorry the way I look. I didn't shower today, or whatever. Or some people never turn their camera on because they just felt like, I'm not looking professional today. I'm not ready to present my face to the world. And that's totally fine, totally their prerogative. And I think each employer has to figure out, what is the level of comfort for your team? What is it that's going to help y'all get the work done, be a strong team together, but maybe not imposing on people. and asking more of them maybe they're prepared to give at this point. But I would invite you to consider, what would the future of work look like? What would our workplaces look like in a more conscious workplace where we do invite more authenticity and vulnerability into the workplace? And, it's really my belief that it's time for us to accept a new way of working and living by embracing authenticity and vulnerability. And I know people like Brene Brown have done amazing work on vulnerability and doing research on that in the workplace. So I hope that moving forward, we can have more authenticity and vulnerability, and the ability to say, you know what, the reason I didn't shower today or why my kids are running around is things are just not great today. This is the real me, the raw me, and I'm not a different person at work than I am at home. My responsibilities may be different and the way I engage may be a little bit different, but I am still Meredith, whether I'm working in an office or at home or doing a video call. I'm a whole person. And so I think the more that we can allow that and invite that and embrace that into the workplace, the better off we're all going to be. And it's certainly something that I hope moving into the future we will see more conscious leaders who are saying, you know what, I'm here to support you. Don't be afraid to show your true self. You're not going to get fired. We can work through this. I know a lot of great organizations out there right now that are really embracing this, and they tell their teams, hey, if you need therapy, if you need some counseling, if you need to take a self-care day, whatever it is that's going to help you be your best personally and professionally, because they are intertwined, whatever's going to help you, we will support you in that. So I would love to see more organizations investing in that kind of support, some type of professional coaching that also helps you personally and building yourself up, in like life coaching. I love seeing when people are doing life coaching and professional coaching, or maybe someone who's doing both for a person, because they're very intertwined. So the more that we can have organizations providing things like coaching and self-care and really looking after their employees and looking at them as a holistic person, I think it's going to be a whole lot better for all of us. So you can always go check out my newsletter to read this content. It's meredithturney.substack.com, or you can go to my website, meredithturney.com, and sign up for my newsletter. And I know some people newsletters are not their thing. They don't take the time to read, but they'll watch a video. Or they'll listen to a podcast or something, or maybe I like listening to the audio of videos. Like, it's a literal video of a podcast, but for some reason I like watching that better than just straight up listening to a podcast. I don't know. But I would just urge you, if you can sign up for the newsletter, but if not, you can always just follow me here on Instagram or LinkedIn or Twitter or Facebook. I'm on all of those different platforms, and I'm tweeting out stuff and posting stuff on the different platforms. I do live videos. I'm also on YouTube. And really my goal is to share this content in a package that most connects with you. So whether it's audio or visual, or you'd like to read, you can always read my newsletters. So I hope that you'll follow me on one of those. I'd love to hear feedback. So if my ideas trigger a thought, or, hey Meredith, have you thought about writing about this? Or this is what I'm experiencing at work, please reach out to me. And also I do coaching. So if you feel like you might need some life coaching, maybe you're feeling like right now, I just want to work on myself. Like this whole pandemic, this whole 2020 thing that's been going on, I just want to focus on myself. Like, a lot of people are taking that time this year because they're not out busy doing stuff outside the home because they don't have time. You can reach out to me and we can do some coaching on your life or your profession. Maybe you're a CEO who wants to figure out your next steps for your company and for your team and how you can be a more conscious leader. Or maybe you're an individual who just knows you want to up level in life and you really want to get to those goals, those things you've always aspired to. Maybe there's something that's holding you back and you don't know quite what it is. That's what my coaching's all about. So I'd love to work with you on that. You can always reach out to me on my website, meredithturney.com, or you can reach out to me. My email address is meredith@meredithturney.com. And as I mentioned, I'm on all these different social media platforms. You can always just Google my name and you'll find me somewhere online where you can reach out to me, or you can message me here on this platform. So really love talking with y'all every week and sharing these ideas. You send me questions, comments. I love getting them. I got some really great feedback on the newsletter today, which I really appreciated receiving. It's always nice to be able to send something out and get some feedback and know that it didn't go out into a black hole, that someone actually read it And so it's always encouraging me to know that sharing my experiences, my story, what I'm thinking about, my goals and my hopes for the future of work and the US and the world and how we work. I love to know that's resonating and that y'all are feeling this way too, because I think that if we can all come together and unite, we're going to make a difference, and we are going to create a more conscious future for all of us, where we will all have more harmony and peace and prosperity and personal fulfillment and satisfaction. So anyway, Lance, good. I'm glad you're going to read the newsletter. Love that. So thank y'all for joining, and I'll be back soon with some more video content. And if there's anything else you'd like me to do a video on, send me a note. Let me know. I love talking about conscious leadership, remote work, future of work, whatever topic you got. I would love to talk about it, especially from a coach's perspective. And maybe I can offer some wisdom or some empowering questions to get you thinking, because that's what coaches do. They get you thinking so that you can change your perception on life and work your way towards your goals. So I wish y'all a wonderful, amazing week, and I will see you soon. And I hope that you will work happy, live happy, be happy. Bye.